All right, well, let's finish up the syllabus here. Shouldn't be as long as the first syllabus video. And I know these syllabus videos are a little long, but since this is a fully online class, I'm trying to over communicate and make sure we go through everything, just because, again, this is fully online and you don't have the chance to raise your hand and ask a question or anything. So I'm trying to cover all the bases, which makes this video a little bit longer, but the second one shouldn't be as long. Before the course starts, so if you're watching this, I believe this goes live the week before the course begins. So if you got some time to review the syllabus before then, make sure you do that. Make sure you get a hold of the book somehow, whether you buy it or borrow it from a friend or rent it. There's a lot of different options to get a hold of this book. That is Moral Choices by Scott Ray. Again, you really want the 4th edition, but if you can find the 3rd one, that one will work. The 4th one is the best, but and if there's a 5th edition out now, you can go ahead and get that one too. That one will be fine. But nothing before the 3rd edition. 3rd edition and after is fine. So go ahead and take a look at the course calendar. If you got any questions, you can ask me. A couple things, though, they're going to be really important during the course. Plagiarism is not tolerated, and I guess we can talk about whether or not that's ethical later on, or if we should tolerate things like that. Depends on your view of tolerance, I assume. But we got to be honest and have some integrity. This is a Christian ethics class, so we're talking about what's right and wrong. So if you're cheating in a class where we are defining right and wrong, then I think you can see the irony there. So just don't cheat in an ethics class, please. Anyway, take advantage of the time you have in this class here. This is a really good opportunity to kind of grow yourself in a lot of ways, and I just ask this right here. Don't waste your time and your money, and don't waste my time by just putting in the minimal amount of work possible. You're here, you're in the course, you're trying to get a degree, you might as well make the best of it. You might as well put forth some effort. So please don't waste your time and mine by just putting in the absolute bare minimum, or just by doing nothing. Keep up with the Canvas page. That's where everything is going to be. So just stay there. All right, anyway, policies. The assignment length, you don't really have to worry so much about that for this class. It's mainly just for the ethical essay, the term paper. You get about 10% on either side. Well, no, not 10% on either side. You can go about 10% over on the major essay. But if you write any more than that, I probably won't have time to. Don't submit like a 2,000 word essay because I won't have time to read that. If it's like 100 words over the word count, that's fine. But if it's more than that, I won't have time to go through it. This stuff we've been through this already. Late assignments. Okay, this is a big deal, so I hope you guys are watching this. Anything turned in within 24 hours after the due date will have a significant deduction. So just make sure you get your assignment turned in on the due date, but if something happens, life happens, understand, and you're a day late, you can still turn it in with some credit, but unless you email me and we talk about it specifically, if you go more than 24 hours past the due date, it's a 0. So make sure you get it turned in. I don't mean to be a jerk here, but I've got to keep up with grading over the course of these next few weeks, and usually the number of students in the class makes it kind of difficult to keep up with grading. So if you guys get all your stuff in on time, I can be on time with the grades. So help me out there. Get your grades in on time. If you can't get your assignments turned in on time, if you can't, then send me an email and I'll work with you. I'm happy to work with you however I can. Just don't turn in something like a week late without any kind of email saying, hey, this and this happened. Can I turn in my assignment late? That's fine here and there, but as a general rule, make sure you're within 24 hours. Plagiarism is a big deal. Again, this is an ethics class, so it's even a bigger deal. But do not plagiarize. If you plagiarize, I have the responsibility to give you an F and to report it to my administrator. So don't plagiarize. This is a course on ethics. We could talk a little bit about the ethics involved in plagiarism or the ethics involved for the instructor. Like if I get a paper that's obviously, or a discussion board post that's obviously plagiarized, on the one hand, it would be a moral thing to do to, just let it slide in the name of, keeping a student from failing. But on the other hand, there's the moral obligation to the school to keep it a place of integrity and honesty and like legitimate learning. So that's a good definition of the moral dilemma. Like which set of moral, like how do you decide what's right and wrong in that situation? Don't make me have to decide that during the course of this class, please. Just don't plagiarize. Sorry, I got distracted there. I messed up my Word document. Communication, if you email me, I'm going to try to get back to you within 24 hours. If I don't, it's because I've got a lot of emails in the last day and I'm still trying to catch up. Your grades will normally be posted within a couple days after you turn in your assignment. The attendance policy, make sure you're logging in to Canvas. And I've noticed a couple of these Blackboard references here. I need to update this. It'll be updated on the Canvas site. But make sure that you're logging in and you're taking a look at the class and that you're submitting things. We won't have any problems. If you don't participate in 2 weeks, then you can be removed from the class. So, and if you're not participating in 2 weeks, odds are you're probably wanting to be removed from the class anyway. And I think that's about it for the syllabus. I think that rounds us out. The last thing I will mention here is this course calendar here. Notice you got you got several hours a week. This first week there's about 3 hours worth of videos. So that means you need to take the time, try to plan ahead. This is why I'm giving it to you ahead of time. Try to plan ahead to a lot about this many hours out of your week. Usually it boils down to less than an hour a day for the week. So it kind of looks like a lot to say, man, 6 hours, but 6 hours in a week is less than an hour a day for the week, so it's not too bad. Again, the good thing about the class is that you're done in 6 weeks, but the bad thing about the class is you have to be done in 6 weeks. It's kind of a sprint. Most, during like the fall and the spring, most of the classes are more of like a marathon. It's a full 15 or 16 weeks. But this class is definitely a sprint. You got 6 weeks to get all your stuff done, and that comes with pros and cons, obviously. Well, that's going to round it out for the syllabus. We don't have anything left here to discuss. If I can get this thing to go back to the Canvas page. So just remember to come into Canvas, go under Modules over here on this navigation menu on the left. If you'd like to send me a message, you can come into this chat area or you can send me an email. Either one is fine. And you can find all the stuff here. If you've got any questions or if you have any concerns about anything, or if you've noticed any like typos or just errors here in these 2 videos, you can send me an email and I'd be happy to answer your questions. And I really am looking forward to going through this stuff with you guys. I'm looking forward to reading your discussion boards, and I'm looking forward to thinking a little bit more deeply about ethics myself for these next few weeks. Our next video we will turn to the actual content for the class, and we'll start getting into ethical systems and a little bit of the philosophy behind ethics. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you for the next video.